Welcome to the Criminal Justice Act Review Committee hearing. This is our fourth hearing. We have sat in Santa Fe, Portland, Miami. We're here today, and we still have Philadelphia and Minnesota and San Francisco. How could I forget San Francisco to go? This committee was established as a result of the Judicial Conference of the United States recommending that it was time to review the Criminal Justice Act. The act is a little over 50 years old, and it was established to appoint lawyers for indigent accused individuals in the federal courts and to fund the system. And periodically there is a review of how the act is being implemented, and the committees are asked to make recommendations. I am Judge Prado from the Fifth Circuit. I have a title of Chair Emeritus, whatever that means. I think that means I've been around a long time. I've been around so long that I remember when Alabama was part of the Fifth Circuit. Not too many people might remember that, but I was a young public defender back then, assistant public defender. I don't think I was even could qualify to be the public defender, but I was an assistant and attended a Fifth Circuit conference when Florida, Alabama, and Georgia was still part of the Fifth and there was no 11th Circuit. So I had the privilege of being an assistant public defender. And then sometime back when there was a new president, and they wanted to appoint some U.S. attorneys. They were looking for someone that was a tough law and order that could really be tough on crime. And they came across my record, and based upon my record of big sentences and convictions, I was appointed U.S. attorney. They didn't realize I got those convictions and sentences when I was an assistant public defender. When they learned of their mistake, they didn't know what to do, so they took me out of the U.S. Attorney's office, put a robe on me, and put me up on the bench, and here I am today. But I chaired a committee about a little over 20 years ago and made some recommendations on improvements. Most of it was accepted, and here over 20 years later, it's time to do it again, and this committee has been appointed by the Chief Justice, Justice Roberts, to again review the Criminal Justice Act, see how things are working, see if there's any improvements that need to be done, any recommendations and changes that need to be done. As a result, we're having these hearings throughout the country to hear from different individuals from different perspectives, put together some sort of review, study surveys, and make a report back to the Judicial Conference on suggested and recommended changes, if any, that can improve the system. The chair of our committee is Kathleen Cardone from the Western District of Texas. She's back there. Dale Fisher from California. John Gerard is not here. Mitch Goldberg, Judge Goldberg from Pennsylvania. Reggie Walton, Judge Walton from D.C. Dr. Robert Rucker, Assistant Circuit Executive from the Ninth Circuit. Ruben Kahn, the Executive Director of the Federal Defenders of San Diego. Catherine Rowe is the Federal Public Defender in Minnesota. Chip Prensley is not with us, but he is a CJA panel attorney that's on our committee. Professor Kerr from George Washington University. Neil McBride from Davis Polk in D.C., a former U.S. attorney. And Professor John Gould is our reporter. We also have some staff. Aaron Brenner and Autumn Dickman. See, I can't see. And they've been tremendous help. And where is, he's outside. Mark. Mark has also put everything together for us and is very helpful in putting it all together. I want to thank the judges of Alabama and Birmingham for allowing us to use this remodeled courtroom that's very nice. It's just been remodeled. Technology has been added, and we are privileged to be allowed to use it. so please don't spill anything in here. Turn off your cell phones so that there's no interruptions. We have 14 issues primarily that we've been sure to look over and review, and I'm not going to go over those with you, but they cover all sorts of things about criminal appointments or appointments on these cases. Primarily today, we're going to emphasize death penalty issues involving either direct criminal cases or habeas cases, and what is being done in that area. We hope to have a report sometime in the spring of 2017. We do have a webpage, cjastudy.fd.org, that everyone is invited to look at. If you have any questions or comments, you're welcome to put them there. The hearings are being broadcast live, so if you are interested after you leave and want to continue watching what's going on, they're there. They're also available to see later on, so if you can't fall asleep some night and want to have something to fall asleep, you can turn on our hearings and watch us in action.